So recently we made this pendant, and it works for most, but sometimes you place an order for gemstones and you get. It'll be on screen any moment. Come on. Yeah, you get these sometimes. But other times you will get gems that are smaller than expected, especially if you're ordering sapphires, emeralds, something like that. They normally naturally don't come in large sizes for cheap, that's for sure. Um, and so, what do you do when you have a small gemstone like this? So, you pick out a gemstone, first off. One you're comfortable wrapping and that you want to wrap. Sorry, been saving these up for a long time. Sapphires that aren't synthetic and are decently made. Anyway, picked out my gemstone. And then you cut 3 to 4 pieces of wire. Of square wire and 1 piece of half round. Um, for these small ones, I cut like 3-inch pieces, 24 gauge square, and like a foot and a half of half round. And you wrap it around. Why? Focus so horrible. There we go. Okay, sorry. So you wrap it around a couple times in the middle. I recommend crimping each time you wrap, but you can crimp every several wraps or not at all. It's really up to you. After a few of these wraps, you'll end up making prongs. To do this, you'll select the top wire, bend it on both sides in a 90 degrees angle, and then you'll bend it straight back down towards the frame, and you'll crimp it together. I do these one right after the other, get it as close to matching as possible. Then you will go right to the top of the frame and you'll bend that wire in another 90-degree angle so it's exactly where it would have been had it not been interrupted by your change in direction. Now, I needed to wrap around one more time in the center with that, but then I want to crisscross over the prongs so that on the same side, the half round moves at a diagonal fashion. This will leave 2 open blocks on the other side of the frame. Both have their specific look. It depends on what you want. You could use either side. But it, again, makes it more even looking. And now I'm going to wrap these around. And continue to adjust my prongs and claws. I will misuse the term claw many times in this. And yeah, using the half round, just crimping and going around. This is one of those instances where I obviously didn't crimp every time I went around. I just went around several times and then crimped it. Did lead to a single inconsistency I didn't like, so went back to the way I had been doing it. Alright, and so we're gonna do prongs again. Now, yeah, same thing as last time. Sorry, as I'm voicing this over, I'm noticing, like, how bad I suck at staying in frame. Which isn't so much being out of frame as out of center. Now I just gotta figure that part out. But yeah, same thing, exactly the same as the other claws. And back 90 degrees. And tied into place. Straightening the frame wires because they're about to change, and by change I mean I'm done with the setting part. Okay, so flat tipped pliers. Grab the tip of the claw, find a hard flat surface to lay down the piece on, and then torque the tip. And that'll give you this L shape. Focus, there we go. And that, yeah, is what holds the gemstone down. So we're going to do that to all of them. One at a time. Trying to get the same placement on all of them. Now, this is easier said than done. That last one is off by half a millimeter and it shows. Gotta do a little bit of editing to get it to be even. And now I'm going to bend the frame wires in an attempt to get them to come together as a perfect bail here in a few. Then I'm going to shape the basket. See, when I go off frame because I need to get it closer to my eyes to see what I'm doing, and then, yeah. Okay, and now let's put the gem in. Okay, so we'll get the gemstone in the setting. It won't always fit perfectly tight right off the bat. This one fits decently. Now, it is going to take some adjustments. I'm going to first tie around with the half round to hold the frame wires in one place and hold them together. Please forgive the adjusting off screen. That's me changing the prongs a little bit and tightening the prongs. I'll do a short at some point on how to do that quickly. Now I'm going to bend the frame, well, let's call them the ends now, because it's the ends of the wire. We'll separate those apart, except for I'm going to grab the last two. And real quick, I'm going to take those two, and then I'm going to take half round wire, the two pieces I have left. I'm going to take the shorter one. Did I take the shorter one? Yeah, I took the shorter one, tied it around twice, and then cut it. I'm just wanting to get rid of that half round wire. Technically, I'm going to want to get rid of all of the wire ends, because you can't just have them sticking out all over the place. I mean, you can, and I have seen work with that. Some people like it. Alright, now I'm going to take the other wire that's half round, and I'm going to wrap it around those two again. And this is going to make the bail of my pendant. Let's speed this up since no one wants to watch me spin a thing for 3 minutes. And yeah. Done. There we go. So after we've spun that around, we're going to shape our bail in our loop look, and we're going to pull the wire back around to the back of the piece. Now, there's a hole above the gemstone at the top of the setting that we can just barely fit these through and pull them out to the front. Off screen, of course, because every time. Anyway. And now we have 3 sets of wire. I'm going to bend one set up. Well, technically down, then up. And the other one down and then just kind of back to go around back. Yeah. The ones that we took around back is the ones we'll work with first. I'm going to take that bottom one, and I'm going to wrap it all the way through and under around once. Now I'm trying to cut the bulk out of these, so to be fair, you can pretty much just pinch the wire onto either side of the bail and it'll hold in place. I like tying it around a full time at least once if possible, just for durability's sake, but the objective of this pendant is to be light and quick, and small and light, and not having that extra metal can go a long way. I apologize for almost all of this being out of frame. God, look through it once. I don't know how much is off frame, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, I did. I looked through my camera screen and realized I was off. Yeah, okay, so back to that again. Round once, take it around back, just cut it off. Go off screen. Yeah, well, now we're to the ones that came around. Those will tie up and around once on the bail. You just wrapping square around square once, it'll usually hold pretty well. Cut it off and put a small little piece of that. I'm gonna move the camera down for now on. Normally I say that if you've made it to the end of the video, you're a trooper, but if you've made it this far, which we're pretty close, you're a trooper. Save some of you, it's literally, yeah, me cutting it off, or wrapping around the ends one time and cutting off what's left. Half of said journey is off screen, apparently. God dang it. It's just cut. Okay, so yep. There we are, tying out the last pieces and making the final adjustments, which is basically what I did off screen too. And cut that last little piece off. Boom. And there we have it. I appreciate everyone for watching. If you're interested in one of these, several are going up on the Etsy, celestialreach.etsy.com. Purchases and donations help me keep this running. So thank you to everyone. Thank you for watching. If I didn't mention it, or to give the link, celestialreach.etsy.com. Also, well, yeah, other videos, and we'll see you in the live stream. Have a wonderful day.